Put on my best Scottish accent. It's okay, buddy, I'm with the union. I'm not sure if that's a Scottish accent, but we'll go with it. DM pauses for a moment. We represent the workers in all magical industries, both evil and benign. DM just starts facepalming. Are you feeling at all degraded or oppressed? Hey, what's up everybody, I'm EarthLifeBeam and welcome to another DnDGreentext video. How are you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Before jumping into the video, I just want to quickly kindly ask you to consider subscribing to the channel because the majority of people watching are not. So if you just take a moment to do that, it only takes a second and you can undo it later if you change your mind. So thank you so much, I really appreciate it. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be careful where your dice falls. Be me. DM, be not me. 4 groups of players that I run for, all below level 3. Late 2018, so most gaming is at the table. Got battle mats, minis, and all the good stuff. Every game, people reposition minis by hitting them with their dices. Oh, sorry, that was an accident. Goes on for 2 months. All talks with players fail, and they keep throwing my dice around. Finally, reach clarity. Okay, starting today, if your dice hits any mini on the table, the universe will punish them with force damage equal to what you rolled. Players laugh. What, even if I rolled the 100? Yes, for each mini that you hit. Players laugh again. Players say that they will be careful. They aren't. Someone inevitably hits a mini again. Inevitably hits the mini with a d20. Inevitably rolls high. PCs are still below level 3. My face when the unseen hand of fate slaps your character across the back of their head. Level 2 Warlock takes 18 damage while trying to recall history. The level 1 Ranger takes 8 damage while trying to attack a kobold. The level 3 Bard takes 6 damage while trying to pet a wolf. The level 2 Fighter rolls 13 on a death save and takes +1 and -1 each time players realize the stakes. Suddenly, everyone in the party starts rolling carefully. New players are taught by other players how to roll properly. 150 plus sessions have passed and still no new incidents. My face when. Well, it took a while for the DM to figure out how to do it, but I'm glad that he did in the end. Also, this really reminds me of that experiment with monkeys in a cage that gets sprayed by water when they try to climb a ladder. Check it out if you don't know, it's pretty cool. Are you sure you want to cast Disintegrate? A standard group of newish players are working their way through Barovia. They do some weird stuff and I have to start homebrewing 3/3 of the way through. One of my players takes too many gifts at the Ember Temple and revealed himself to be the true villain. So they set out to defeat the former PC turned big bad evil guy. He welcomes them in with one of the PC's brothers bound and gagged next to him and offers her a crossbow with a chance to join him if she shoots her brother. She throws the crossbow down and casts Disintegrate on the big bad evil guy, only to reveal her brother in his place as the illusion spell fades. And that was the second time that I made a player cry. Okay, this is really horrible and like effed up and, you know, horrible. But that is really creative. I mean, this is an idea worth noting down. The players are probably gonna hate you. Yeah, that's very likely. But this is a really good idea. It's okay, buddy. We're from the Union. Be me, 12th level Barbarian in 5th edition. Be not me, Necromancer, Druid, and Ranger. And the Ranger's cat. Being an obsidian mine run by the Fire Giant and Drow mining conglomerate. The mine employs random workers to mine obsidian and Bulek carts to hold the obsidian back up to the airships for transport. Necromancer wonders if she can find any recently mortally challenged workers to mine some obsidian for her. Jesus Christ, dude. DM informs us that the standard policy is to just place the dead workers in front of the Bulek carts. Ip.jpg, my barbarian is searching for a belt of Fire Giant's strength. We've been told the leader of the Fire Giants has one. There is a huge fortress overlooking the mine, so we head there. Guarding the fortress are a bunch of drow, just kinda chilling. They perk up when we approach. Who goes there, that cliche? Tell them that we have an appointment with the head of the Fire Giants. Madame Dressidar isn't in right now. Put on my best Scottish accent. It's okay, buddy, I'm with the union. I'm not sure if that's a Scottish accent, but we'll go with it. DM pauses for a moment. We represent the workers in all magical industries, both evil and benign. DM just starts facepalming. Are you feeling at all degraded or oppressed? The rest of the party are just giggling. DM just gives up. Drow. Yeah, we don't even have dental. I turn to my wizard. They don't even have dental. Make sure to write that down. Turn back to the draw. Yeah, we're going to need to see your boss. I counted 23 work health and safety violations in those mines during my surprise inspections. Drow takes us straight to their fire giant manager, who we promptly beat up, steal her belt as well as her solid gold nameplate from her desk. I think I just demanded to speak to the manager. You could just call the story if Karen played D&D or something like that, and it would be pretty accurate. Tons of damage. One-shot concept. Your team is hired by a wealthy elder sorceress to fight a monster and bring her its corpse. Whatever you do, you're not allowed to damage its eye. Otherwise, you get nothing. Totally not a beholder.jpg, by the way. If the party rolls moderately well on insight checks, they might figure out that she's hiding something. But no matter how hard they press, she refuses to explain why. The party goes into the dungeon and finds that, lo and behold, it's a beholder. Surprise Pikachu face.png, of course. Assuming that they survive and bring back the corpse, she makes the party sit there while she brews a potion to prove it works. She uses the aqueous humor from the eye as the main ingredient. She then pours a little out onto her hand and rubs it on her face, transforming her into a stunningly gorgeous woman. If the party asks why or what happened, she explains, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. God damn it, the title was right there with the puns and I should have been able to see this one coming. God damn it, I feel disappointed in myself right now. New player prevents TPK. Playing an undead themed campaign, basically Fantasy The Walking Dead. Bimi, Human Variant Eldritch Knight level 5. Pinatmi, Elf Nature Cleric level 5 and Dwarf War Cleric also level 5. Nature Cleric and I had been playing the campaign for a couple of months, but this was the first session with the War Cleric and his player is new to Dungeons & Dragons. We're heading through an undead hut zone on our way to talk to a wizard and we need to camp for the night. The War Cleric takes the first watch and nothing happens. I take the second watch and I begin hearing a woman wailing. The sound is getting closer. I wake up the clerics and prepare for whatever is going to come through from the darkness. A Banshee pops out of the woods and uses her wail. Everyone fails to save and drops to 0 health. Start making death saves. The War Cleric rolls a natural 20 and revives. He uses Cure Wounds on the Nature Cleric. The Nature Cleric casts Healing Word on me at 3rd level. Everyone is back up, so we roll initiative. The dice hates us. The Banshee goes first with a 10. She uses Horrifying Visage. The War Cleric and I save, but the Nature Cleric fails and is frightened. The War Cleric and I proceed to beat the shit out of the Banshee while the Nature Cleric plays support, keeping our health up. The culmination of the fight comes when I crit with my Vicious Spear and roll max damage for a total of 22 points. How would you like to do this? I pull my spear back from my first attack, whip it around, and slice the Banshee's throat with the spear's tip. The Banshee tries to scream, but can't. She makes a rattling, rasping sound as she collapses to the ground and dissipates into mist. The Nature Cleric finally makes the Wisdom save and is no longer frightened. In the distance, you can hear more wailing, and that's where we'll end tonight's session. Oh boy, that was really close to a TPK, yeah? And also good luck next session. Never buy magical items for cheap. Bimi, Fairy Druid. Be the rest of my party. A Goliath, a rabbit and a robot. The rabbit wants goggles of night but is too stingy to buy them for 300 gold. Finds them for 1/10 the price at a market stall. The merchant seems trustworthy enough. He has some more bargains for us. Leave with the goggles, a bag of holding for 100 gold and a wand of fireballs for me for 300 gold. What a deal! I put the wand in the bag for now, cause I don't want to carry it around all the time. That night, the rabbit tries the night vision goggles, and they were great the next day, on our way to rescue some bloke from a snowy mountain. The rabbit complains about how his eyes are hurt from the bright daylight, asks me if that's normal after using dark vision. No? On the mountain, at the entrance to a cave probably inhabited by a Yeti. My new wand will be useful. Reach in the bag to pull it out. Where is it? I come up empty-handed. The party chides me for losing my stuff. But I know I put it in there. I stick my head in the bag to take a closer look. Darkness. Suddenly, teeth. Lots of teeth. And gripping, pulling tentacles. I struggle, but I manage to escape their grip. I slip the bag off of my head and throw it away, shrieking. Bag of devouring. #traumatized. Sit down, quivering. My party thinks that horrible thing could be useful. I mean, yeah, you could throw your enemies in there, right? You could just throw anything that you don't like and you want to forget about in that bag, and it would probably work pretty good. Footsteps indicates that the Yeti is currently out. They place the bag on the ground with a trail of food leading up to it. Could work. We enter the cave. Find a couple of decapitated bodies. Find a baby Yeti playing with a halfling. Find its mother right behind him. Roar. Let's get the freak out of here. Hide a few hundred feet from the cave entrance, and she doesn't follow us. A couple of minutes later, we hear a surprise roar from the cave and then silence. That was Papa Yeti. A couple of minutes later, there's another roar and then more silence. That was Mama Yeti. We go back in and we adopt an orphaned baby Yeti. And that's where we ended the session. Maybe next time we'll rescue that halfling or whatever. So yeah, I had a 1 in 5 chance of surviving that, and I did. Holy shit. This kind of gives me an idea and makes me a bit curious. Now, would I be considered evil if I went to a random shop that seems sketchy and sells magic items for cheap and buy them and give them to the party? Because, you see, I don't think it should be considered evil. Local kleptomaniac steals magic bed and hundreds of elderly die. Bimmy. Nyx Fizzlepix, Gnome Mastermind Investigator, Pathfinder hybrid class of Rogue and Alchemist. Be in the city of Montauk, which is the capital of the Menotian Empire, to root out red dragons from the Empire for my gold dragon grandma. Investigating a new contingent of emissaries from the country of Braxony outside the city. See some 16-year-old kid guards. Throw out a canister of sleep gas and rub a stone in silencing oil so I make no sound in the ensuing fight. Place the stone in their pockets. Head into their camp and head for the main tent. Find letters that this mission is actually to hunt down 2 members of their Night Order in the city, and these orders were given to Lady Gratia Knight Errant. Not sure what that means. The whole order is based around this artifact level silver swords, each attuned with one of the schools of magic. Look outside to see a commotion as the kid in whose pockets I put the silencing stone in is trying to communicate with the rest of the guards but can't, and they are trying to figure out why he can't talk. Begin looting faster. Find a magic bed. Decide to take out my shrink object oil and shrink it down. Cause I mean, hell, it's a magic bed, it must be nice, right? Fast forward to a month later after having met the party, where one of them is one of the knights that was being hunted down. Lady Gratia was captured while hunting down the other knight, Gellius, who is allied with a gnome wizard that has an orb of red dragon kind. A day later, a woman is seen teleporting in the span of 6 seconds between houses of all the elderly nobles in a section of the city called Silver Row. While doing that, she was lacerating them to death with her twin blades, screaming maniacally. Lady Gratia has twin blades that are teleportation based, and also grow in power the more humanoids they kill. The GM tells me that because I stole her bed, the mind control that they were trying on her succeeded faster, as without the bed, every day the mind control save got higher and higher. I just wanted a magic bed for me and my gnomies. Jesus Christ. Yeah, also this story is really confusing. I don't know if you noticed that or if it's just me. But anyway, that is still pretty entertaining. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel here as well as on Patreon. I appreciate it a lot, so thank you so much for the support. Links below if you want to check those out. Links to the social media, Discord server, subreddit, anything else. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.